Hey guys, here's another episode of Day in the Life of Vintage Classic Specialist. Today is Wednesday, which means Rafa was here. Wednesday is another thing I like to call is Rafa Friday, since he works Monday through Wednesday. This is kind of his Friday, so he's happy to get his weekend going. Anyway, let's talk about what he did today here. So this bus is moving right along. Look at this. It's got door handles on it now. What else? It's got dome lights. So you see there's one right there, for those of you that don't know where they are on buses. And then there's another one way back here. Right there. Yep, right there. So he installed those. He got the heater boxes all connected. Let's see here. Since this has moved back a little bit more today, let me lift open this hatch here and we can take a little bit better look at this with the valence in it. There we go. Yes, look at that. Looks so good. Coming right along. So let's see. I'm trying to think what else he did today. I think he might have had that installed yesterday. I don't remember. I know he did a handful of kind of small things on it today. Usually I review the list before I do these videos, but kind of forgot to today. But yeah, I think kind of the main thing is putting handles on it. Like I mentioned, dome lights. I know he was working some on the cargo doors. Not sure what he got done there. Like I said, the rear hatch, that one, I think he actually did that today with the striker plate and everything there. So yeah, just lots of little details on these cars, putting them together. We actually were gonna install the Safari windows today, and we pulled those out. Those were owner supplied, and they're reproduction Safari windows, and they were chrome. That would look terrible on this bus. Completely not go with it. So we stripped those all apart. Rafa stripped those all apart, took them down to the bare frames, and then those frames are going to go off to one of the painters we use, and they'll paint them. Basically, this body color of the top of the body is going to look really, really good. Yeah, they would look pretty much stupid on there if they were chrome. I hate to be so blunt, and sorry if anyone has chrome ones on their bus. But on this particular bus, yeah, they would look bad. So yeah, just lots of little things. The major things left for this bus are pretty much, other than finishing up some of the doors, is pretty much installing windows, installing interior, and then from there it's, things like firing it up, taking it for a test drive, doing a little alignment if needed. So this bus is moving right along. It's going to be done before we know it. So that's kind of it for that one today. Oh, by the way, the white Carmen Ghia, the convertible 59, which had been living over here, is gone, as you can see. So I've got another customer who's bringing in a 69 Beetle. I think he said he's going to aim for Friday. It's supposed to rain Friday, so we may have to put that off. But yeah, another project coming in. On this one, which, sorry, still all covered up. For those of you that are anxious to see this beauty, I'm gonna probably pretty much try and leave it covered until till the end, and then I'll do a detailed video on it. But as you can see, the front end is all back on it. So Rafa and I installed the front beam this morning. It actually fought us a little bit. It's just, I don't know, for whatever reason, sometimes they go in really easy, sometimes they don't, but it was pretty much a two-person job for us to do. So yeah, there was no way I was doing that yesterday with this going on. So yeah, Rafa and I went ahead and popped it in this morning. And then from there, I measured the offset of the trailing arms. For those of you that have done a link pin car before, you know what I'm talking about. The offset between the ends of the two arms determines how many shims, top and bottom, you use for a link pin. So because I put in a new beam, I figured that could have changed a little bit. So I took everything, and cleaned it all, and then took the measurements, determined the amount of shims top and bottom for both the left and right side of the car, and installed those. Oddly, this car was missing a bunch of shims. It should have a certain number of shims. Technically, this car should have 8 top and 8 bottom, and then you kind of move from whether they're on the inside or outside to adjust for that offset. This car was missing, I think, 1 shim from, I don't remember if it was the top or bottom from this side. And then the other side of the car was missing, geez, it was missing like maybe 7 of the shims. And the funny thing is that when I was starting to work on the car and I jacked up the driver's side of the suspension, it seemed like the suspension was kind of binding on that side, not on the passenger side, but on the driver's side. When I jacked it up, I noticed it felt like it was binding a little bit. So I think whoever installed the front suspension or worked on it previously, they had the shims kind of screwed up. Again, it was missing shims on that side. It was missing 1 on this side, which probably wasn't a big deal. And then I don't know if they had them the correct numbers and the correct locations, but anyway, it is correct now, and I verified the suspension moves nice. So, the car may even, despite being lowered probably an inch and a half, it's probably actually going to ride nicer, because there was some wonky work going on in there. Anyway, so that is pretty much it for today, guys. Again, considering I'm mostly working with one hand here, and it's slowing me down a lot, then I'm pretty happy with what I managed to get done. I should mention, for anyone who's interested, is that my surgery for my broken wrist is actually scheduled for Monday. I don't know what time Monday yet, but Monday that is going to be happening. I'm actually really excited to get this thing operated on, and have them put in whatever hardware they need to, and then let the healing process start, because right now this thing is pretty much useless, and if I try and really use it or apply any leverage or torque or anything to it, it really hurts like hell, even when I've taken extra strength Motrin. So happy and excited to get the healing process going. Anyway, that is it for today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.